There, much better. So you want to sew out a sewing kit using a sewing needle so that you can sew things. But just how would you do that? It's to answer your question that if anyone has ever asked that question before, it's not only impressive, but also very few people have, most likely. So how do you think that would happen? You probably haven't asked that question. However, if this does become a thing in the future, then you're gonna know right now. So it's like inverse Spider-Man meme format where there's two Spider-Men pointing to each other. Uh, what do I say? Two pointing at each other. Like if you wanted to sew, so you wanted to sew clothing, but let's say you, for authenticity, you also wanted the sewing kit to be made out of sewing thread. However, in order to make a sewing kit, you that would mean that you need to sew it. So how is that possible? So you get a needle. Where does the thread come from? Well, you can always take. So you want to sew a sewing kit. Well, in that case. So, in that case, you'd want to sew a sewing kit so you can sew. Yeah, so that you can sew clothing. You use a sewing needle. Well, you can get a needle, and as for the sewing thread, if there's a shirt or well, if there's any piece of clothing that you don't want anymore, but like you and like let's say it got a hole ripped in it, then you don't even need to bring it to a retailer. You can just carefully rip it up and apart, like carefully like just take apart the individual threads and tie them together to form something new. That's if you are a professional sewer. Well, if there aren't already, so there might be, but I've been sewing blades on the internet that there most likely are. There should be tutorials on YouTube on how to become a professional sewer, and you don't even need to go out anywhere. You can just order from there. That's an idea. So yeah, that's the solution. Because for retailing stuff like jeans, people use this device. I forget what it's called. I don't think I ever learned what it's called. But it's this electronic device. No, wait, I don't think it's electron, but it might be. There's this device, and you run your clothing slowly run it across this board, and the needle of the machine goes right onto the clothing and sews it back together. Now, first of all, you have to be careful that you don't accidentally sew your own hand into your jeans. But the reason I'm bringing this device up is because it can be useful for if you want to sew your own clothing. You can just carefully tear up, like cut apart and rip apart clothing, and then you can sew it into something else. Well, you can make that the thread that you use to make your sewing kit, and then you can use more of it to sew entirely new clothing for yourself. If you've already done tutorials on how to sew. So, yes. So now you know how to sew, so you. Well, so now you know. Oh no. So now you know how to solve the problem of not having a sewing kit, just for the factor of authenticity. And so you can sew the way you like, if that's the way you like it. Yes. I don't know what to talk about now. Fish can be spelled with a GH instead of an F. It can't be, because every word like enough, for example, that's following, you. So a word can't start with a GH. There's never been a word in history like that. So no, there's no forbidden spelling of fish that's spelled like that, or anything else. As an adult, you should know how it feels, or if it somehow hasn't happened to you yet, then just imagine how it would feel to be sleeping in at 7 a.m. because you're dead tired and you're already hearing your next door neighbor mowing their lawn. That's like next level pressure. It should be considered that because, well, yeah, it should be that considering that. Oh, yeah. And that means you not only do you all, does that mean you also have to mow your own lawn, but you're under pressure because you're getting the feeling that someone's gonna come bamming on your door, and and they're gonna be, like, bruh, why aren't you on your own lawn? You can hear him mowing his lawn, right? Yeah, and or it's also because it's loud and there's the noise of the llama and the banging of the door, and it's so much pressure. That's why it's like next level pressure to people. We should all probably know by now what the scariest sounds on Earth are. Hearing hearing children's laughter is comforting if you have if you have kids. The scariest sound on earth is probably your when you're vibing and then you suddenly hear your headphones tell you that the battery is low or medium. And as a kid, didn't you just love it when you were sitting comfortably in class and the fire alarm went? So, so yeah, that's all for now.